boy, it's been a hot minute since I've been on here to talk about Warhammer. Been outside touching grass and working on Tyranids. What did I miss?
Oh my goodness!
The Tau got a new gun, and of course the internet was the internet. So naturally, everybody's freaking out, including me a little bit. That's why we're making a video. Need to vaporize an Imperial Knight in one shot? The Pulse Blast Cannon has you covered. Shh, don't listen to them. You're beautiful, you're wonderful, you're loved. You'll see some use. Now, of course, the Knights got a bit of an update to make them a bit more viable, and as GW always does, they even make a headline where we take pot shots at Knights because why not just dunk on them harder? The Storm Surge, which is the Tau's Lord of War, just got a new update to its big, huge destructive cannon. The Pulse Blast Cannon. The damage output, to say the least, is terrifying. Now, acting rather like a colossal shotgun, the Pulse Blast Cannon can lob its payload over long ranges, but it really shines when concentrating its immense power into a close-range blast. Although it lacks the shield-bursting power of the Hammerhead Railgun's hypersonic slugs with a whopping strength 16, it will still wreak plenty of havoc on even the sturdiest targets, Knights, or even Titans included. Why you gotta do Titans so dirty? So, it has two weapon profiles that should be talked about. You have the 24-inch range, heavy 2, strength 16, AP -4, damage 12.
Now that's a lot of damage!
Now, it is 2 shots and the range is 24 inches, right? Secondly, it's on a Lord of War. Currently, I think it's sitting at about 335 points. The weapon profiles it had beforehand were kind of too much for its points. Now, with this type of damage output, I have no doubts that they're going to up the price of it. And again, it's a Lord of War. I'm fine with a very, what is that? A bolter range doing that much damage. If you get a tank within 24 inches of this thing, you're kind of deserving it at that point, right? So strength 16, don't care about. AP -4, perfectly fine. Damage 12. So if you got an Invon, you get it. Awesome. You get an Invon this time. If you have a 2-up save on your really good tanks, you're gonna have a 6-up save, which you're gonna want to make. It's damage 12. And again, 24-inch range. Don't really care, right? I don't know what the whole hubbub is about. Now, damage flat 12 by itself, it's a lot. It's a lot. And of course, naturally, as everyone's been talking in the same vein, hopefully the Knights get something to kind of, accommodate or do just as well. Then you have the Disperse Shot, which is 48-inch range, heavy 6, strength 12, AP -2, 4 damage a pop. Now, this one is fine. This is the one that's going to be hitting him like 9 times out of 10. The focus shot is really going to be when doing like Overwatch or if you get something a little too close for their comfort. But even then, this is still just a tank killer or a character killer. So next we move on to the stabilizing anchors, which at the start of your movement phase, any number of Storm Surge models from your army can start to perform this action. This action is completed at the start of your next shooting phase. If this action is successfully completed until the end of that phase, each time this model makes a ranged attack, you can re-roll the hit roll. So naturally, you're going to be doing this action most of the time. So you can re-roll the hit roll. So they're going to be hitting. Now, this thing probably, the old stats is a 4-up ballistic skill. It's not that good. That's not that good. Of course, you're marker lighting everything you care about. Now, we don't know exactly what the rules are going to be on marker lights. There's been some leaks, but I'll wait till the codex is released. So in that regard, re-rolling all of your hits, or realistically, that's what you're doing. Makes sense to me. Again, being a Lord of War. And of course, the new strategic ploy stratagem, counter fire defense system. Use this stratagem in your opponent's shooting phase when an attack is allocated to a counter fire defense system model from your army. The damage characteristic of that attack is changed to 1. If that model has a wounds characteristic of 14 or more, the stratagem costs 2 CP. Otherwise, it costs 1 CP, which if we look at the old stats, it has 20 wounds. So it's going to cost 2 CP. But taking one shot that is going to be coming at the Storm Surge and turning it to 1 damage, again, very huge. It gives a little bit more survivability. Not a crazy amount, but it definitely keeps it in the game. So overall, I'm not really crazy against this weapon profile, again, because it's sitting on a Lord of War. And the crazy profile is 24 inches. Sure, it'll absolutely demolish, 2 dudes of your elite squad. they probably have an invon anyways. This thing, of course, is a tank or an armored killer. So it's just a big keep away stick. On a Lord of War, I'm feeling this thing's probably going to go up to like 400 to 500 points, probably get a bit of a ballistic skill upgrade, maybe a bit of a save upgrade. And overall, this thing isn't as scary to me as, of course, the railgun. Sure, it's damage 12, naturally, and you get 2 shots, but you still get a save. You get an invon if you have one, or if you have a 2-up save, you still get a 6-up save. The railgun is what worries me. It's because you don't get a save. If it hits and if it wounds, that's it. You're taking the damage. This still gives you the hope of being able to defend against the damage. So with that being said, I'm not too worried about this profile. It's a big gun on a big model that's probably going to cost a lot of points. You're realistically only going to see one on the field. So I think this is fine. I think it's okay. The damage 12, a little concerning, obviously, but I'll wait to see if it gets the nerf stick in like a couple months of its release, or if it's even a threat at all. So this is my quick and dirty on the pulse cannon. I don't really have too much to say. There's of course a big hubbub about it, and contrasting my previous video, I think it'll be fine. I'm still more worried about the Tau railgun than I am about this pulse blast cannon. If you liked the video, please leave a like, comment, share, all of that good shit. Talk down below, hit me up. I'd love to hear from you. And of course, argue in the comments. It's the best. I love it. So have a good night. Have a good week. Hopefully you accomplish something. I'm Dredges. Peace out. I mean, I kind of like these shield drones over the other ones. They look a little bit better. God, I gotta paint them now.